Hi, I'm Judy Parks from chocolatebakery.com. Today we're going to learn how to make a Yule Log, which is a great holiday dessert. It's fun for Christmas and it's fun for New Year's also. We're going to start with a chiffon cake, and then we will put chocolate buttercream on the cake and then roll it up jelly roll style. Now you can do a different interior buttercream. Instead of chocolate, we could do a coffee flavor inside. If you like the combination of orange and chocolate, which I think is a great combination, you could do an orange buttercream inside, the chocolate out. We do want to have the chocolate buttercream outside so we can make the buttercream look kind of like bark on a tree. And then we will roll this up lengthwise. And if you use the parchment, it will help you roll. Just grab the parchment, roll with the parchment, and then when you get to the end, you want the seam down. Fold the paper over, and we will tighten the log by using a straight edge along here, tugging on the paper, pulling back on the log with the straight edge. And this cake will be easier to work with if at this point you put it in your refrigerator for about 20 minutes or so the buttercream can set up. It's a little easier to move the cake. Then once you have the cake ready to work with, we're going to put it on a platter, and we're going to ice the outside with buttercream. And then we will cut off both ends at an angle, like so, after we've iced it, and those will become stumps on the cake. So this icing project right here is pretty rustic looking icing. You don't need to be real smooth and precise with this, because the rougher the better. You want this to look like bark. We're going to ice these ends. We're going to cut off each end at an angle. I'm going to place this stump here. And we'll place this stump on top. And then we want to cover our cut ends with more buttercream. And if you want to leave the two ends unfinished, you can. It makes the cake look interesting. Be able to see the rings inside. And for a little added touch, if you want to add a little bit of melted chocolate, either streak it on with a fork, like so, or a spatula. Give it some highlighting with the chocolate so it looks barky again. We'll swirl some of this chocolate on the cut ends. And then for a finishing touch, we are going to add some frosting mushrooms and a little bit of holly with icing also. So with that vanilla buttercream, before you flavor all of it with chocolate, take a little bit out, and we're going to dye some of it green and a little bit of it red, and we're going to leave some plain. To make your mushroom caps, I have a bag with a very large plain tip, and you just want to bag just some rounded mushroom caps. And then I dust these very lightly with cocoa, so they look like speckled forest mushrooms. Let those set up in the fridge before you use them. And then for the stems, I use the same tip. I'm going to bag just along the cake, just straight up, kind of leaning against the cake to help support the mushrooms. Like so. Put one down here. And then lift the cold caps. These caps have been in the fridge for a few minutes setting up. Just lift the caps off and place them on top of mushroom stems. And I'm pushing them slightly into the Yule log. Like so. We colored some of our buttercream green and have another bag that we cut at an angle to give us just a bit of a leaf look. We'll put a few little leaves. And then with our red buttercream, we just cut the bag with a pair of scissors so that we have a small opening. Put a couple little holly berries on each leaf. And there you have your Christmas Yule log, or it's fun for New Year's also.